In a world where zombies, ghosts, serial killers, and vampires all exist, it's Nico, Brian, Mike, and Dustin, and they are all that stand between you and the films that could end the world. Welcome to the Don't Go Out There Horror Movie Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Don't Go Out There Horror Movie Podcast. Just want to thank all of our fans and listeners. Really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. Before we get into tonight's film review, just want to give a quick shout out to our website, don'tgoouthere.com. Everything about our podcast is on the website. All of our episodes and interviews, if you want to check those out. We've done some incredible interviews in the past. Go check them out there in a specific tab by themselves so you don't have to scroll through hundreds of episodes on Apple or Spotify, etc. We also have our store if you want to grab a shirt, a mouse pad, a hat, all that good stuff. We'd love to see your pictures, rep your favorite podcast. And Shan's Etsy page is also attached if you want to grab a tumbler. All of our social media links are on there as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Like us, subscribe us, follow us, all that good stuff. And the last thing I want to shout out on our website is our Patreon. We call it Blood Donors. We have the traditional monthly reoccurring kind. If you want to support us, help us pay the bills, as we say. Or if there's a movie you want us to review, that option is available as well. Just check out our website, don'tgoouthere.com. Also, if you haven't noticed, we've recently joined the Believe Network. So there's some ads on our program now. But if you want ad-free content, go check us out on Blood Donors. The ad-free episodes will be available there. We appreciate your support. We hope you enjoy the episode. All right, guys, jumping to the film review. We are continuing on in January, what we call B Horror Movie Month. And tonight is my choice. I chose, I don't think none of us have seen the movies we've chosen. So we're kind of just going, off of movies we've seen on the Tubi, scroll down 300 movies that you can't finally pick something. I just chose 2017 Slaw. I was between this one and another movie. I chose this one just because I'm such a big Slaw fan. And Dustin texted me a picture of the Slaw, thumbnail or something. It reminded me of it. So I changed my pick last minute. Maybe I should have kept my other pick. My other pick was going to be Llamageddon. But
that would
Slaw,
have been so much better.
I haven't seen Llamageddon, so I don't know. But Slaw was not good, boys. I probably liked it a little better on my second watch, but it was still not good. I was just ready for it to be over. It's got some cool cameos with Kevin Nash, but that's just not going to save it. I love the Saw franchise, but I hate coleslaw more than I love Saw. So, yeah, I just didn't have fun with this one. Sorry. Mike, what'd you think?
Yeah, man. Like I was saying right before you hit the record button, I feel bad because I was a big fan of the last two. So bad man. They're good. This movie's fucking awful, man. And I think the biggest problem this movie has is that it labeled itself as a parody and then really doesn't do anything Saw-like except for the fact that there's a couple victims and they're in a fake trap. It's not very look, the reason Scary Movie and those of their ilk are so successful is because they get really close to being the property, but then they spin it. In Scary Movie, they get the ghost, the ghost face mask. So it works. This doesn't have any of that. There's fake clown masks, which have nothing to do with the Saw franchise. It's so fucking terrible. And like you just said, I hate coleslaw with a passion. So this is actually a grosser movie than the entire Saw franchise's gore could ever reach for me. There's some gross shit in here I could have gone my whole life without seeing. You mentioned cool cameos. The coolest cameo is my man Glacier. Shout out to Glacier over here. Hadn't seen him since 1998 on Monday Night Nitro, man. It's popping up next to Kevin Nash. So that was pretty cool. Luke Gallows getting more screen. The guy was the military.
Glacier was one of the wrestlers. Yeah. He was the guy at the table. He was the last one to leave.
Okay.
Paying the bill.
Yeah. And then Doc Gallows getting more screen time than his last WWE run. Thanks a lot, Triple H. But yeah, look, I tried to like this movie, but about halfway through, I'm there's just going to be no saving this. I think the plot is all over the place. If you thought the Saw franchise had a convoluted plot, what the fuck is going on in this movie, man? And honestly, last thing, and then I'll shut the fuck up. One of the worst endings to a film we've covered. The ending is fucking dumb and stupid. Dumb and stupid is the best way I could describe it. And I'm almost mad at Kevin Nash. And I know And you know, Dustin, he'll do anything if you sign that check, buddy. So I understand. I can't hate on the man for cashing checks, but he should be ashamed of this movie. This movie's fucking terrible, man.
Yeah, he had creative control, I believe. But, yeah, Nico, I sent you this movie when I stumbled across it. Didn't know that you would pick it. I considered it if you didn't. And now that I've seen it, I wish neither one of us had ever heard of it. It's bad. I mean, I was excited when I looked at the cast and I see, like you guys mentioned, Kevin Nash, Doc Gallows, Luke Gallows, and Glacier's not even in the cast. Like, he doesn't get a credit, but he's in the movie. And me being a big wrestling fan, I was like, okay. And then a parody of Saw sounds much better than the product that we watched. So I was on board for it, and it's just bad, man. It's one of the worst movies. And I know it's funny because this month we're all probably going to come across as hypocritical, but that's fine. Like, if you're going to make a bad movie be entertaining, this one wasn't. And if you really think about it, like, this movie's every bit as silly and hokey as the Velocipaster, but I had fun with the Velocipaster. Like, you like what you like. I hated this. So glad I watched it, I guess, so I can say I guarantee I've seen a movie that you've never seen before. But yeah, never again. My heart goes out to you, Nico. You said you watched it twice. Absolutely not. This is a one and done for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a couple laughs watching it, but like, it was just so bad. It didn't make up for it.
Yeah. But like, don't you guys think this movie had this movie not marketed itself as a Saw parody, maybe the expectations were lower and you go in having a better time? Like, because I know there's some like Saw, like there's some like Saw stuff in there, but not really, man. There's like Texas Chainsaw vibes to the family stuff. Like, what is going on in this fucking movie? It's not very Saw-like for being called Slaw.
I think the only thing that could have saved this movie is a completely different script.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the title and quote unquote parodying Saw, that is what it is. It's just a different movie altogether.
Some scenes just drug on too long. It's like an hour and 30 minutes, but it could have been an hour 10 easy.
And something I didn't put in my notes, but I considered putting in my notes, and I'll just say it now. Their initial trap, the dog collars around the little carousel merry-go-round thing in the middle there. Am I the only one that thought that those collars were not tight enough? Like, they could have slipped them over their head and escaped? What are we doing
I
here?
think that was the point.
I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
God.
All right, guys, ready to jump into the scene by scene? Lord help me. Hope I don't stutter through this joint. All right, the film starts with opening credits and ominous score as a man lays out knives on a table. We see cabbage being cut up in a title card. Who's hungry? A masked Gordon asks as he removes the head coverings of the Slaw Trap contestants. Lakeisha asks what's going on, and they're told in due time they'll know. They say they're not here for their mutual love of country music. Dustin's a big country music fan, if y'all didn't know that. Ty says country music sucks, and he's here to be the first black guy to die, which I did kind of chuckle at, considering he's very white. Gordon questions Martha about why he chose a woman's name, saying he cracked under pressure. The two watch the contestants as they all question why they're here and whose fault it is. Ty awakes in a Peter Strahm-like trap, saying he knew the brother was going to get it first. Gordon says he loves black people. They taste like chicken. Time to play a game. Ty asks, why am I here, bitch? Ty remembers a time he was rude to Gordon, asking for chili sauce. Gordon says this will be fixed, and he tells him the rules of the game. He must survive 30 minutes as coleslaw is poured into the tub. Eat it or die, which is my nightmare. I hate coleslaw. Lakeisha is grateful she wasn't first, as the others hear Ty struggling in the other room. 30 minutes pass. He survives, and the tub is removed. He yells, back of the line, bitch, but his stomach rips open and guts pour out. Martha says it's so sad he almost made it, as Gordon tells him, back of the line, bitch. The two brothers join the contestants and say no more Ty. Robert demands they let out as Martha calls him a meanie. Flashback to the brothers celebrating with their mom, causing a ruckus, ticking Robert and his two ladies off. The Slaw carousel begins to spin and the lights cut out. Back on, and Robert is gone. Mike, that's the opening set of scenes. What do you think?
Started the movie with such hope after the last two movies. I was like, all right, because I enjoyed some of the schlocky shit that we've covered. This is, and let me just reiterate, I hate coleslaw. God awful side dish. So anyone who thinks not until you've tried my coleslaw, no, your coleslaw is just as bad as anyone else's coleslaw. Fucking awful. Then we have a man named Martha, which, all right, I mean, I get it, but it's kind of odd, right? Country music blows. Fuck this guy. Who let Dustin write this movie? Apparently, he was the one behind it because he said country music sucks, and that's the only guy I could think of that would write something like that.
Oh. Don't disrespect my writing like that. I would never write something this awful.
No, I read your script, man. It was much better than this piece of shit. I will say, I didn't find any of this, quote, light-skinned black guy stuff very funny. He's the first person killed off. And it's not because it can't be funny, by the way. It is because it's not funny. Like, it's not written well. I don't think the jokes land. It could have, maybe with some different writing and a different actor, but I don't know. Just thought it was bad. And, as they kind of go around the little carousel thing, we get some god-awful acting, but I will say Abercrombie and bitch is a great line. That cracked me up. That got a little pop out of me. And I know, because I would never do it on this show, but talking over each other like these guys do around this circle is a pet peeve of mine. So if you ever hear us do it on this show, that would be crazy. I don't think we'd ever do something like that unless, like myself, had a lag. I will say this guy's head is basically in a big fucking Tupperware box. That kind of made me crack up. His little line about on a scale of 1 to Donald Trump. I thought that was... What?
Did you say Tupperware with a B?
I said Tupperware.
I was about to say, you're throwing B's at me. I felt like Sal Vulcano.
No. Although I do have like a... So occasionally maybe it sounds like B. The Tupperware. Huh. Tupperware. I even have it spelled correctly, which is crazy. The line of 1 to Donald Trump, as far as how racist something is, I thought was pretty funny. I am tired of the movies we watch hurting people's balls. Why do we have to keep hitting men in the balls, man? I'm tired of this shit. It's almost like every other week we have some ball scene. I don't understand it. Again, more of the white guy doing the black stereotype stuff. It just didn't land with me. This puke coleslaw thing was fucking disgusting. Then he goes and pulls a me on Dustin's porch, which, that also seems to be a weekly theme. Can we stop having people shit themselves? I have PTSD, and I'm pretty sick of seeing it every fucking week. I think the real Jigsaw, and Nico, you're the expert, the real Jigsaw may have let this guy go out of empathy. I mean, he's eating the coleslaw, he's shitting himself, he's puking. I think real Jigsaw might have let this man walk. He learned his lesson. He did what he had to do. These shitty clown masks never have anything to do with Saw. Like, they don't even try to nail the faces that we see in the Saw franchise. You can at least try. This is like, I don't know what this is. Shitty It, as I like to call it. This merry-go-round scene kill thing would be creative if they were in another movie. And just like my monologue here, this has gone on way too long. Go ahead, Dustin.
I think it's a solid opening score. And the focus on the cutlery was good. The opening credit font, though, looked awful. Like, that was so cheesy and just terrible. Looked very cheap. Also, the opening credits took up way too much time. With such a short runtime, there is no need to show me the entire process of making coleslaw. It just lets me know up front how thin this script is. I thought the costume design was ridiculous, and so was the dialogue immediately. It was just awful. And then what is this trap? It's just collars with a chain. Like I said, they could have probably slid the collar over their head and escaped. John Kramer would catch these two brothers just for disrespecting his legacy. Now, there was something I didn't put in my notes, but I just remembered. He says, Martha, and he's like, yeah, I panicked or whatever. Then why did his shirt have a stitched in name tag that said Martha? You didn't panic. Like, that was stupid too. Don't insult my intelligence. Martha and the other white guy talking about being black, I thought that was very cringe dialogue. It's not funny. That's the kind of thing that might have been funny in the mid-90s, but no, it did not. Not a single one of those jokes landed for me. And then I will say, though, the next trap, and you guys have already touched on it, but if you drown me in coleslaw and I've got to eat my way out to survive, I'm dying. I hate coleslaw as well. Disgusting. And then his guts fall out. Why did his guts fall out? Did I miss something? I did not rewind it because I didn't want to spend any more time on this movie. But he eats the coleslaw and then his stomach opens up and his guts fall out. Okay. This was a terrible first set of scenes.
I think Amanda set that one up. So even if you eat it all, it's full of acid or something. Just rips your guts open.
That was good. Oh, that's funnier than anything in this fucking shithole of film.
Hey, I'll be here all day. All right, anywho, back to the scene by scene. Captain Harris asks where Hooch and Turner are, demanding they come see him. Turner and Hooch are in the commode together, admiring Hooch's hair. They talk to Jackson, and Hooch flirts with Sanchez. Captain calls him to his office and says he's only got 2 more years until he retires, but he might jump off a bridge dealing with them. Captain asks about Robert King, and they sing his donut jingle. Robert and his 2 girlfriends are missing. Captain tells them to find out about Robert's disappearance. They assure him they can be counted on as we cut to Robert in his trap in a very Mark Hoffman-esque shotgun trap. He's ordered to sing Happy Birthday for 30 minutes, and he offers to give them a party with everything if he's let free. Back to Gordon's party, and Martha is starstruck seeing Kevin Nash. Martha goes to say hi and says how big of a fan he is, but Kevin Nash asks to be left alone since he's with family. Speaking of family, shout out to Too Fast, Too Furious. Watched that movie earlier this week. Martha invites him over for cake and ice cream as Robert tells management the party is disrupting his peace. Doc Gallows says he might be mental, and Nature Boy tells him to go on, get. Martha sneaks a photo and runs back to the party. Gordon mocks his accent, and Martha has his face shoved into the coleslaw and it poured on top of his head by Kevin Nash. And I don't know why I keep saying Kevin Nash, but shout out to his whole name. Martha sees the glass half full and says, he came to my party. Robert has a drink spilled on him and says the party has ruined his mood and pays for them to be removed and to never come back. Gordon says he's going to regret this and says, let's get out of here. Robert asks for a drink of water before he has to sing, and he's told he has to sing it in Swedish because he loved the waiter. Robert begins singing and the clock is ticking. Robert stops singing as coleslaw hits his face, and he's shot and his head is blown up. We're at a wrestling convention now, and Gordon and Martha get in Kevin Nash's line. Martha has a disguise on and gets a picture, and Kevin thinks he looks familiar. Kevin gives him his money back as it gets confrontational. Another wrestler calls Kevin out and says he's going to teach him a lesson. All right, Mike, that's the next set of scenes. What do you think?
Time
Kevin
out.
Nash.
Before you go, Mike, that wasn't another wrestler. I didn't think you caught this based on your scene-by-scene breakdown. This stupid convention had a Bono, quote-unquote Bono from U2, and Johnny Depp. That's who those 2 guys were supposed to be.
Oh, I knew Johnny. I saw the Johnny Depp. I didn't pick up as Bono.
I didn't until I looked at the cast, and that is anyway. Go ahead,
bro. They should have, bro. If they were gonna do a Ric Flair guy, they could have paid Ric Flair. They legit, like, Ric Flair will do anything for about $1,000. Like, the motherfucker was doing Rent-A-Center commercials 2 years ago. Like, he would have done anything instead of getting this Ric Flair impersonator. Anyways, Turner and Hooch, which, while funny, by the way, Nico, that's a movie. I don't know if you've seen it. Turner and Hooch is a damn fine film. All right, and it made me wish that's what we were watching right now instead of this bullshit. But I will say they have a little fun jingle for the donut place, right? I mean, that's a pretty fun little jingle. A fat baby's ass is a great line. I'm going to steal that sometime. And like I've already said, this feels less like a parody of Saw and more like ordering Saw off of the black market. It's like I don't know what this is. Like, it's like somebody made Saw in their basement or something. I don't know. I'm just not having a good time. I will say, when I saw that Kevin Nash was in the movie, I wondered what he was going to be doing. Turns out, motherfucker was playing Kevin Nash. Good. What a lucky son of a bitch. He didn't have to do anything but be Kevin Nash. I thought that was pretty funny. Like I already made this joke, but Luke Gallows getting more screen time than Triple H gave him in his last WWE run. That was sad to see. Glacier, which shout out to Glacier, which you've already done. And I'm just tired. I'm already tired of seeing coleslaw on my screen. Like, it doesn't have really any great tie-in to anything else going on in the story, to be honest. I know it's Martha's favorite side or whatever. I don't know. Just didn't connect. We finally get, me and Dustin finally get something wrestling on this show. And WrestleManiac, way better than this piece of shit. So that's that's telling you something. But we finally get something wrestling on this show, and it's this bullshit. Like, this is fucking terrible. The scene in the restaurant goes on way too long. Not funny, nothing happening. Total, just awful, low budget shit. You can't even see any of the kills. They just stop. Like, they just don't show them. I don't know, man. All I could think the whole time was, damn, Kevin Nash will do anything for a check. Which I would have also been in this movie for a check because I am shameless.
Yeah, you already mentioned Turner and Hooch. That is a good movie. Shouts to Tom Hanks. But here's the thing, though. The two cops were both talking about how they collectively have the best hair in the department. If Turner is supposed to have great hair, they should have either cast someone else or put a wig on him because what? Bro was balding. Which nothing wrong with that. Like, that's fine. It happens, but you can't. Again, don't insult my intelligence. That's not even funny. Shout out to Kevin Nash and Luke Gallows. I'm glad they got a check. Also, Glacier and Nature Boy Paul Lee, which a lot of people don't know about Nature Boy Paul Lee, but yes, he is a wrestler who basically does Ric Flair's gimmick. But Ric Flair did Buddy Rogers' gimmick, so everything's borrowed in wrestling. And also, Hooch was played by former WCW wrestler Mike Sanders. So the wrestling fan of me did appreciate all that. I can appreciate that. Also, seeing how obnoxious Gordon and Martha were at the restaurant, how dare they be mad that they got kicked out? You don't get to say that you were rude to me, so we're going to kill you when you were the ones acting like total dicks. No. When we get to the other things that happened to him, like at the fast food joint, yeah, they have a reason to put those people in traps. They were jerks to him for no reason. This one was stupid. It did not make sense. But when we get to the wrestling convention there, I did appreciate seeing the Bullet Club flag hang behind Doc Gallows there. Bullet Club for life. They just ended faction in New Japan Pro Wrestling. They just dissolved after years and years. But fun story, I bumped into Luke Gallows in the Atlanta airport in 2019. I was flying from Knoxville to Baltimore to go see the Nationals play Game 3 of the World Series. Had a layover in Atlanta, sitting at my gate, and I see this guy walk by. I was like, is that Luke Gallows? So I did the worst thing imaginable, which is approach a celebrity in the airport. But he was sitting by himself, and I said, hey, man, are you Luke Gallows? And he said, yeah, I am. And we talked for a little bit. I told him I had a Bullet Club tattoo. He wanted to see it. He offered to take a picture with me. So that was cool. I said all that because I really didn't have anything else on this set of scenes. It's just another awful set. That's how you filibuster.
Man, that's how you pass the test. And man, that's how you pass the test without studying, right there, brother. Good job,
brother. That is.
That's how you get a 3,000 word count.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I need a 3,000 word essay. Well, let's just start talking and telling stories.
Oh man, that was funny. I don't know why that caught me so off guard, but I like that. They go back to the contestants, and the ladies both say they have to use the bathroom. They start roasting each other, and Gordon tells them to shut up and pee yourself. Martha says Mama didn't raise them to be rude, and brown-haired Amber tries to manipulate them, pitting them against each other. Gordon tells Amber she's up first and she has a mini skirt on. She'll be faster. Amber is disgusted seeing the bathroom, and Martha asks, what's taking so long? Other Amber says she's being a whore as she asks for help with her panties. Amber sweet-talks Gordon as he shuts the door. We hear a loud moan, and they all, but Martha, think he's fucking her. Turner and Hooch get to the restaurant and ask Gary about Lakeisha, who hasn't been to work in days. They leave their cards and leave. A robber enters the restaurant, and he has 2 guns pulled on him. Turner and Hooch drop some Clint Eastwood lines on him, and he passes out. They leave the robber and say to call the cops. Amber asks Gordon about Amber, and he says she isn't returning. Gordon says he's sleepy and he's done for the day. We're at dinner with the brothers, and Mom now asks Gordon when they can have their own families. Gordon says he's ready to show Mama his new girl. She's downstairs right now. Mama is relieved Gordon has gotten laid. She was worried he'd end up like Martha and never give her grandkids. Gordon gets back to Amber and says Mama wants to meet you. She seems thrilled, and she kisses him. He uncuffs her and takes her upstairs. Mama remembers her being one of the girls who was with the douche who ruined her boy's dinner. Amber explains how she knew Gordon, and Mama says we'll see how it goes before she can stay. Amber pulls Martha into her chesticles and says she has plans with Gordon as she shakes the handcuffs. Gordon and Amber leave, and he tells Martha to stay out of the basement. They all say they're getting hungry and that coleslaw is starting to look good. Lakeisha asks if they're going to feed them, and Martha panics, saying, they haven't eaten yet. All right, Mike, that's the next set of scenes. What do you think? They sucked, I know, but what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I thought it fucking sucked. I don't have very much even for me, and that's I normally just rant. Um, hey, these two girls had to go to the bathroom. You know where they could go to the bathroom? On a toilet. God, get your mind out of the gutter, pervs. Um, look, the man chose a fake name, Martha. He'd have just been better off going with Jim. No one knows who this fucking guy is. And I gotta be honest, guys. I'm disgraced and appalled at the subject matter. Talking about taking her panties off. What is this movie that we're watching? The smut that you're making us watch, Nico, is ridiculous. I will say, I appreciate the rundown of nicknames for sex because it reminded me of a much better movie, which is Mox going over all the names for dicks in Varsity Blues. That is a great scene. This was probably the best scene.
Yogurt singer?
Great fucking movie. God, I miss you, Allie Larder. That's why I'm going to start watching Landman just for her. And this investigation bit just isn't funny, man. Like, it's kind of Saw. It's kind of not Saw. Like, are they trying to be Pulp Fiction? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know if it could be the casting, but they even do the "Do You Feel Lucky" punk, which, by the way, Nico, that's Pulp Fiction reference. It didn't land with me, okay? Like, it just didn't. It just doesn't hit. I don't know. I will say I appreciate a supportive mom, which this was the scene that made me go, this probably isn't their mom, which, spoiler alert. I appreciate a supportive mom about the no pants stance. I mean, hey, there's no reason to hide it. You know, when you're out there hitting cheeks, you're out there hitting cheeks. Last thing I have here, Dustin, is I wouldn't believe this woman for a second. If you're a wrestling fan, which they claim to be in this movie, would you not see what Tori did to Kane? Huh? Picking X-Pac over him? That's what this would have been like. What? I wouldn't have trusted her as far as I could throw her. Fuck you, Tori. I hope you're doing all right, though.
Did you say for picking X-Pac over Kane? Dude, Glenn Jacobs sucks.
Hold on. Oh, I was going to say, hold on. In 2000, I felt bad. No, not so much. Shout out to Sean Waltman.
Okay. Yeah, and also, did you say that Do You Feel Lucky Punk was from Pulp Fiction? That's Dirty Harry, brother. Clint Eastwood. Anyway.
Didn't mean to.
Unbearably annoying stuff with the Ambers and the brothers arguing to start this set of scenes. Like, I hated it. And then the Jamaican running in to rob the restaurant was so stupid. And they didn't even arrest him. Now, the wiki page for this movie claims it says they shot him. I didn't hear a gunshot, though. They just put the gun to his head, and I thought he fainted. So that was just so stupid. They let him faint, and then you might want to call the cops. Oh, God, shut up. The family dinner scene was terrible, too. The mom is probably the worst actor in this movie, and that's saying a lot. I just need this movie over with ASAP.
Heard that, brother. They agree the coleslaw has gone bad, and Martha arrives with sandwiches. And all I could think about was Wayne Brady. Eat your sandwich, Dave. They begin to discuss what the plan is, but they seem to be screwed. Charles says life is nothing but a bunch of bullshit strung together, which, hey, I agreed with that. Waiter is confronted by Turner and Hooch and is asked if he works there, but he thinks he's fired because his keys don't work. Waiter realizes it's the brothers who bought the place out. Turner and Hooch talk to Bobby the Burner now, who says he doesn't start no fires as he fake coughs. He has several lighters pulled out of his pocket, and he offers fellatio to not be arrested. We see a flashback of Gordon as a kid doing manual work with a fake beard as he and Amber kiss. She leaves the bed, and we cut back to Turner and Hooch. Amber confronts Mama, and it's revealed Mama isn't an old woman. Amber asks who she is, their sister. She confirms she is, and the two make out. Commissioner Kelly tells Captain to get it done ASAP. Robert is his biggest donor. Turner and Hooch return in order to Captain's office. They spill what they've learned, but don't have any whereabouts of them. Captain is ticked off, and Hooch says he saved a bunch of money on his car insurance. Captain is fuming and orders them out and do nothing but work on this case. All hell breaks loose, and wrestlers are fighting the cops. Turner and Hooch dip, and we're back with the contestants. The carousel spins again, and when the lights turn back on, Chad, who was farting on the ground, is gone now. He asks what he's done to them, and it's revealed he put pubes in their burgers, which is gross. Mike, that's the next set of scenes. What do you think?
I thought I was ready for this movie to be over. I did also chuckle at the fact that he brought them sandwiches. I think it's funny you thought of the "Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch" skit. I also thought of the fat kid from Bad Santa. Or the grandma from Bad Santa, where she make you some sandwiches. Great fucking film as well. Underrated Christmas movie. Shout out to Billy Bob Thornton. Charles is the best character in this movie, right? Like, would it kill you to bring some steak and chicken? I appreciate that about Charles because he's right. These sandwiches suck. Bring me some fucking protein out here. Yeah, man. And then every time we cut back to this investigation stuff, I'm just tuned out. Like, I like how they're trying to tie some stuff together, but it's just not working. The British guy they're talking to has a god-awful haircut. And what is the random dude they catch coughing where all the lighters fall out of his pocket? It's like, why the fuck are we bloating this runtime, man? Like, this movie's long enough as it is. Don't waste my time. I will say, my man having a beard as a kid was funny. I thought that was a funny bit that they could have got a little bit more out of. And I knew the mom was hot under there. I knew there was something up. Everything wasn't as it seemed, and I was right. What a scene. Best one in the film for the writing because of the reveal of the twist of mom, of course, not because the two hot chicks were making out. I feel, again, I said it in my open, but just this is where I put it in my notes. This movie, for me, is hurt by the title of the film and coming off as a parody because a good parody can be great. But this is like a cheap knockoff. Like I've said, it's like a bootleg horror movie of some kind. Like, it's just, I don't know. Last thing I have is someone with IBS. I feel attacked by this dude continuously having stomach issues and farting all the time. Come on, man. I'm tired of being attacked on the show.
I can't even take notes here. Generic and convenient story with stupid and pointless developments like Bobby the Burner and his pocket full of lighters. I hate this movie, bros and sister bros. Like, this is awful. And then why the hell did Amber seduce the mother sister? What is the point of any of this? That's all I got. I hate it.
Hell yeah, brother. Any cool stories you want to tell? Or all right, let's cool. All right, flashback to the burger joint, and we see Flacco rubbing the patty on his nutsack. Chad takes the burger back to Martha, who goes to take a big bite of it, but they see the fingerprints and pubes on it. He's told the rules of his game. He's got to transport the pube-laced coleslaw from the big pot to the other container in his mouth. Back at Burger, Biggie and Turner and Hooch interrogate Flacco. He tells him Chad's been missing, and he's no-call, no-showed. Chad is spitting coleslaw into the pot as Turner and Hooch decide to have lunch as they roast Flacco's cooking ability. Turner and Hooch ignore a murder in the parking lot because they're focused on their case. Chad is fighting for his life, spitting coleslaw into the pot until he runs out of time. He's killed like Joyce Dagan as he's lit on fire from below. Dispatch says it was the commissioner's wife who was killed. Back at the dinner table, and Gordon asks if she wants to help with the last two victims. Turner and Hooch are back to the captains and say they think the two guys eating who captured all the missing people. Turner says they're brothers, and Captain says that's racist, and I laughed at that. I'm sorry. The two leave, and the brothers ask Lakeisha and Charles who wants to go next. Gordon asks where's the other Amber, and Martha reveals she's safe, but can't remember where she is. Amber reveals she's joined the brothers. Lakeisha says she knows them, and Martha says her poor attitude got her in this mess. Charles has nothing to say and is ready for the end, which all three of us are ready for the end as well. Mike, go ahead.
Again, I never send anything back at a restaurant because of shit like this. I'd rather just eat the wrong thing that they sent out to me or eat it if they got it wrong because I am not sending this. I'm not sending shit back. Nope. Nope, absolutely not. The line looks like Macy Gray cracked me up though. Hey man, put some respect on Macy Gray's name. I try as a banger. The fact that this man said out loud that he loved cult. Yeah, man, that's a banger. I try to sing, even though it kind of sounds like she's having her throat squeezed when she's singing. But that's a different topic. Man said he loves coleslaw on screen. I hope he dies on screen because that is a killable offense. That's fucking terrible. The kill in the parking lot, like you mentioned already, Dustin, about excuse me, that's a bad stutter. The Jamaican guy that they put the guns to the head to, like, obviously they didn't show the kill. Same in the parking lot, right? Like, that was supposed to be somebody dying. He just kind of fell to the ground like he tripped. Like, what the fuck is this movie, man? Like, and why is the police captain mad? The two officers present what is a sound theory to him, and he's all pissed off for no fucking reason. Okay. And I'm so mad. This movie sucks, man. I don't feel like anyone has entered a trap. They just ate some fucking coleslaw. we'll say I'm going to start using the name Sugar Tit, and I too am ready for the end, Charles. Me too, buddy.
I got a question for you guys. This is a call and response type question. Would you rather eat the puby coleslaw or drink the menstruation cocktail from Midsommar?
Ooh,
menstruation cocktail.
Probably menstruation cocktail.
Yeah, me too. But I wouldn't admit that I would do either. You sickos.
I mean, we had to answer something. That's right.
Anyway, it was kind of funny when Turner and Hooch saw the woman get mugged and shot, but didn't do anything about it because they're supposed to only focus on the case. I did laugh at that. Hands down, my favorite part of the movie. Terrible effects when Chad got torched, and then terrible green screen effects when Martha was watching it. I mean, oh my God, that was bad. Them not recognizing Amber at first was so stupid. Like, of course that's her. She's wearing the same clothes, and she had a mask on that covered her eyes and not the lower part of her face. Had the same hair. Yes, that's her. Idiots. And just like Doyle, they were mad at Shaniqua for a stupid reason. They don't have honey mustard at the restaurant, and you keep asking for it. So you kidnap the employee. You don't do anything to the owner of the restaurant who refuses to buy the honey mustard. And you're the idiots that they don't. It's like the people that roll up to the drive-thru at Taco Bell, and it's like, we're out of hard shell tacos, and you try to order a hard shell taco. You're mad at the wrong person. Thank God it's almost over.
Heard that. Here's the ending. Turner and Hooch make it to a nice-ass house and knock on the door. Mama opens the door, and they ask for her sons. She says they're running errands for her and refuses to give them their number. Turner leaves his card and orders them to call him back ASAP. The brothers say they're killing Charles because he's cheap and rude, but it's revealed he's their dad. Flashback to Fish Guts, and Turner and Hooch see the brothers with the Ambers. Ric Flair pulls a quick one, as do the others, and asks Kevin Nash to pay. The Ambers say Robert was mean with a tiny penis. Sarah, the waitress, takes the officers to their table, and their meal is comped. Patrick is told to scratch Gordon's balls when he returns. Bro needs a job big time, and he's way too desperate. Amber asks Martha why he let the wrestlers put coleslaw on his head. She now says they should kill him. Kevin Nash, and I keep saying his full name, stands up and says, "Bring it on." He washes his hands until Martha punches him in the cods, and Amber puts a rag over his mouth and nose. He falls over, and Martha asks why they think he's gay, as we see Amber pissing at a urinal. Mike, that's the ending. What do you think?
I think it's funny that you call him Kevin Nash every time. You remind me of Bret Hart when he talks about Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
Bill. By the way, have you seen that guy that impersonates Bret Hart on fucking Instagram? That shit is fucking incredible. He does a great job.
TikTok. Anyway. It is funny.
Yeah, he's good. Anyway, this back and forth with their sister mom is way too fucking long between the investigators and her. Like, God damn, I just don't care. One thing that's the right thing about this whole movie is when the line "fucking white people" is uttered. Yes, that is 100% accurate. I don't know for sure. Some of you research people may be able to answer this, but I can tell this movie's written by fucking white people. And this script is way more convoluted than the entire Saw franchise, man. Like, come on. And of course, Nash had to pay the tab, and I hope Dustin gets this reference. That's more than Dixie Carter could say. That's what I'm saying. Fucking because when you worked at TNA back in the day, brother, you're gonna pay your own bill. Not when Vince McMahon took you out, but that's a different topic. The Kevin Nash scene here was at least kind of funny, I guess. I just wonder what he was paid for this. I didn't look up his salary. And then it's just a dog shit ending, man. Holy fuck. Like, how did this movie end like it ended in a bathroom fight with Kevin Nash? Well, okay, man. All right. You know what? I don't know why I'm mad, because I should be glad that it's over, but goddamn, I had to watch it, so I was at least hoping they landed the plane. Nope, they flew that bitch into Tower B. Go ahead.
Yeah, the twist that Charles was their dad, that was a fart noise. Who cares? It did not add anything to this movie. Did not make me invested. Whatever. I did get another small, tiny chuckle out of Kevin Nash getting stuck with the bill, basically because of how it all unfolded. That was kind of funny. But then the rotten cherry on top of the poop sundae at the end was one last gay joke and Amber standing to pee. Thank God it's over, and I never have to relive this again.
All right, let's jump to our social media comments and questions. We got nothing on the Book of Faces. I'll do Instagram. Ass_clap commented, "Will this make me hungry while watching?" No, it will not. You'll be ready to just end this movie and possibly your own life. Niece _384 comment poster just made me nauseous with a laughing emoji, as it should. This movie is gross. And Dana Tucker 48 commented, "This is going to be so fun." I'm not gonna lie, I've had fun talking about it.
Yeah,
it's not a fun watch.
This episode has been funner than the movie.
Oh fuck yeah! Our episode is significantly better than this piece of shit.
I've got X pulled up, the artist formerly known as Twitter. We had one. It's from Andrew Ferguson, who said, "A cinematic colonoscopy." At least I got to see a WCW Thunder Legend Glacier cameo. And you're absolutely right. We did see Ray. I can't remember his last name though. Glacier.
Me either.
Ray Glacier, the hell yeah.
Ray Glacier.
Y'all got any fun facts? There's none on IMDb. I just looked. There's no trivia.
There's none.
There's also no budget or gross. By the
Kevin
way.
Nash. There's none of that either. I looked. Kevin Nash. The best Kevin Nash movie is probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Whoa.
But he was also in The Longest Yard, which is also fantastic.
Yes. Longest Yard.
And who else was in that movie? David Arquette's ex-wife, Courtney Cox.
Hell
wow, there you
I
go.
knew this
buddy.
would be an easy one to connect.
Easy.
I think we should see other people. Sorry.
God, she was fine in that movie too. Good.
Probably the best she's ever looked, respectfully. I'm not saying she's ever been ugly, but she looked good in that movie, yeah.
Yeah. Repost.
Come on, man. Scream 3. Scream 3.
Yeah, the hair did it for me.
All right, let's jump to our favorite kill, least favorite kill in the rating. Dustin, you want to go ahead and go first?
Yeah, favorite kill was the old woman getting mugged and shot. I mean, that was the funniest part of the movie. It had nothing to do with the brothers. It was just funny. Least favorite kill was the guy whose gut spilled out for no reason, because why did they do that? That was so stupid. Final thoughts in the rating. This movie is bottom tier awful. It made me regret suggesting the theme for the month, to be honest with you. Not even the wrestlers could make me enjoy it. 1 out of 10. Also, I saw on IMDb that Slaw 2 is in development. Please no. Please no.
Hell no.
I'll go next. My favorite kill, I'm going to go with, I can't remember the dude's name now, I apologize, but the guy who got burnt up like Joyce Dagan, the guy who had to spit the coleslaw with the pubes in it, I'm going to go with him. Least favorite kill, I'm going to go with Kevin Nash at the end, just because it was kind of weak to kill off. I mean, I've met Kevin Nash. He's fucking huge. I just don't buy he's getting killed like that.
Well, is it confirmed that he died? Because the wiki page says it's inconclusive whether he survived his test or not.
You know, we'll just be like Dead Meat James. When the sequel comes out, I can just go back and correct it.
Retcon it, yep.
Did they see?
That's right.
I mean, they if they couldn't even tell us, like, I'm just going to roll with that, though. This movie's just not good. I just did not care for it. It's got a couple funny moments, but, yeah, it's an hour and a half with the credits and all that, and it's just a drag to get through. I gave Velocipaster a 1 because I personally wasn't a fan. I'm going to give this one a 1 as well. I don't like either of them.
Whoa, but you didn't think that Velocipaster was better than this, though?
No, I thought Velocipaster was fucking terrible.
Oh, my goodness.
God. Okay. Yeah, my favorite kill, didn't have one. My least favorite was me wanting to kill myself after watching this movie. Yeah, man. I've already said it all. I just don't think it lands. And as we've seen the last few weeks, I'm a fan of So Bad It's Good. I really am, especially when it's done right. And this just isn't done right. Not to me. They like, I look at Zombievers, which this movie I feel like is the complete opposite end of the So Bad It's Good spectrum for me, where it's just bad. Like the acting isn't good. Like none of it. Like the premise is dumb. The acting is dumb. Like it just doesn't work. Definitely the worst movie of the 3 that we've done so far. Not even close. And I had no joy in watching this movie outside of a couple. Oh hell, that's Glacier pops. I gave this movie a 2.
Okay. So that gives us a composite score of a 1.33. IMDb has it at a 2.6. Letterboxd 1.8 out of 5. And Rotten Tomato, there is no tomato meter from critics, so no critic scores to go off of. But I had to point this out. I normally don't bring up the popcorn meter because we get IMDb and Letterboxd or fan opinions. 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. 40%? That is way too high. There's 40% of a sample of the population that enjoy this movie. No shot. Had to be the cast and crew's family and friends.
Ticks me off.
Okay, Nico. Would you rather watch this or Jimmy and Stiggs?
This.
Ooh, really?
Dude, Jimmy and Stiggs like overstimulated and annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true.
This or Halloween Ends?
I'd rather go blind.
I mean, I'd rather watch Halloween Ends. I just hate what it did.
Yeah.
At least I get to look at Andy Matichak the whole time.
That's true. That's a good point.
And JLC, baby.
And JLC.
Let me reconsider.
Show grief. Come on, man. Show grief your tits. You know what I mean? Just saying.
All right, let's I'm gonna shout out our blood donors. Slaw was terrible, guys. I mean, if you want to just burn an hour and a half on Tubi, go ahead. Shout out to Tubi. I'm gonna read off our blood donors, and Dustin can announce his pick as we conclude this hell of a month. Legendary blood donor Steve Schmidt. He chose 1999's Resurrection. We'll be doing that in 2 weeks. And Dana Tucker, another legendary blood donor. Appreciate it, Dana. Camper Lover reoccurring Nina, Michelle Mirza, Steve Schmidt, Matt from the UK, and Anthony Andrews. Camp Counselor reoccurring Edwin Hernandez Gunn, Joe Swinford, Adrian Aiello, Brian Samick, Andrew Ferguson, Brooke Maley, Heather Superdoc, Jennifer Davis from Too Close to Home Pod, Dana Tucker again, appreciate you. Cole McAlexander, Max K, Amanda Pettiford, and Death Curse Casey. We really appreciate all of our blood donors. You take a huge burden off of us. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Dustin, what's your pick to conclude B Horror Movie Month?
Yeah, so when I floated the idea out to y'all, I knew there were some ridiculous ones out there. I just had to find the one that fit. I have not watched it, so I can't tell you if it's good or not, but I can't imagine it's going to be as bad and can't possibly be worse than Slaw. So if there, there's one thing that you know about me other than I like wrestling is I love rap music. I picked 2018's Snake Outta Compton. It's about a rap
Say it
group.
again.
Snake Outta Compton. It's about a rap group on the verge of signing their very first record deal, and they're the city's only hope in a battle with a giant mutating snake monster. It's on Tubi and Prime.
Holy shit, I can't wait.
Also, it might be the first movie that stumps me in the David Arquette connections. I'm going to have to get deep in my bag for this one.
Bro, if you pulled the ugly stepsister, you can do this one.
All right, fair. Challenge it.
I did not, legitimately, I did not think you could do ugly stepsister, but you managed to do it. I was proud of that one, to be honest with
Appreciate your vote of confidence. I'll try my best.
But we appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll be back next week.
Good night, Canada.
Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next week. And in the meantime, take care of yourself.
Just want to remind everybody